Hmm. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. Um, um, okay, your body is about to betray your composure in ways you can't control. The kind of physical reaction that announces what words try to hide, trembling, unsteady, like the ground beneath you suddenly remembered it's not as solid as you thought. This isn't metaphor. This is literal body response to emotional earthquake. When something hits you at the exact frequency your nervous system wasn't prepared for, your legs forget how to hold you, your foundation wobbles. And everyone watching can see that whatever just happened isn't something you can fake indifference about. Let me describe what kind of moment creates this response. Confession that reorganizes reality, information that shatters assumption, presence that overwhelms capacity, touch that crosses from casual to consequential in a single moment, words that land so precisely in the tender place you've been protecting that your body just gives. This is what happens when impact exceeds your ability to manage. Your mind might stay sharp, your face might maintain neutral, but your legs don't lie. They shake when the soul gets moved. When something touches you in dimensions you can't intellectualize your way out of. Some moments we can absorb standing still, process without visible disruption, file away in the category of things that happened without them showing on our surface. But other moments dismantle us where we stand, and the shaking isn't weakness, it's honesty. It's your body refusing to pretend it's unaffected when everything inside you is rearranging around this new reality you're being forced to metabolize in real time. The warning to stay strong is almost ironic because staying strong while your legs shake is the only option. You can't unsee what you've seen. You can't unknow what you've learned. Can't unfeel what's flooding your system. You just have to stand in it, shaking, and somehow not collapse. Let's pause here. This reflection invites you to consider, what moment are you approaching that might break your ability to stay standing? Maybe someone's about to confess something that changes the architecture of your relationship. And I love you that shifts everything. And I can't do this anymore that destroys the foundation you were building on. And I need to tell you something that precedes information your world wasn't designed to hold. Or you're about to witness something that contradicts the story you've been believing, proof that someone isn't who you thought, evidence that exposes a reality you've been conveniently blind to, truth that arrives like a wrecking ball to the comfortable delusion you've been living inside. Some truths arrive gently, give you time to acclimate, let you adjust your understanding gradually so the shift doesn't destabilize you. But other truths arrive violent, all at once, no preparation, no gentle introduction, just full impact that your system wasn't braced for. And when that kind of truth lands, your legs shake because your foundation just cracked. And your body is the first to feel the structural compromise, even if your mind hasn't caught up yet. This reflection invites you to consider, is there truth approaching that you've been dreading and denying in equal measure? There's something specific about why physical response reveals what emotional control conceals. You can train your face, can master your tone, can curate your words to hide exactly how you feel. But you can't command your autonomic nervous system, can't tell your body to stop responding to threat or desire or devastation or joy when the stimulus is strong enough. Shaking legs are involuntary testimony. They testify that Something real is happening beneath the surface you're trying to maintain, that you're being affected in ways you can't govern through will alone. Some people hate this loss of control. They've spent years building composure, learning to keep reactions internal, training themselves not to show when they're moved or hurt or overwhelmed. And then their legs shake anyway, and everyone knows. The exposure can feel humiliating, like your body is betraying you by revealing what you're working so hard to hide. Like you're weak for not being able to stand steady when you desperately need to appear unaffected. But here's what the shaking actually communicates: you're human, you're alive. Something matters enough to move you. And that's not weakness. That's proof you haven't numbed yourself into invulnerability. The people who never shake have either never encountered anything powerful enough to overwhelm them, or they've shut down so completely that nothing can reach them anymore. Neither is enviable. The first is just inexperience. The second is living death. You shaking means you're still capable of being reached, still vulnerable to impact, still raw enough that certain things can find the nerve endings you haven't buried yet. This reflection invites you to consider: would you rather shake or feel nothing at all? Let me address what Stay Strong actually requires in moments like this. Strength isn't staying standing without shaking. That's not strength. That's either luck or dissociation. Strength is staying standing while shaking, is continuing to be present even as your body announces you're overwhelmed. Some people collapse when their legs give, they sit, they leave, they remove themselves from the situation because vertical isn't sustainable when your foundation is compromised. And that's valid. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is acknowledge you need to not be standing right now, that you need to be somewhere you can safely fall apart before you unsafely fall apart in front of everyone. But other times, leaving isn't an option. You have to stay, have to remain in the moment even as it's destroying your equilibrium, have to keep functioning even though every cell is screaming. That's when staying strong means breathing through the shaking, means widening your stance so you're more stable, means finding something to hold on to physically or metaphorically that keeps you upright when your body wants to crumple. It means acknowledging to yourself that yes, this is hard. Yes, you're overwhelmed. Yes, your body is responding involuntarily. And no, that doesn't mean you have to surrender to it completely. You can shake and stand, can tremble and remain, can feel everything and still maintain enough presence to get through the moment before you process it fully. This reflection invites you to consider: what helps you stay standing when your body wants to collapse? There's something about what happens after the shaking passes, because it does pass eventually, once your nervous system processes the shock, once you metabolize whatever just hit you. Once your body decides the threat or intensity has reduced to manageable levels, the shaking stops. Your legs solidify. You find your footing again, and what remains is the changed reality you were standing in when the shaking started. Some moments you recover from quickly. The shaking was brief. The impact was sharp but clean. You absorb it, adjust, and continue forward in the new reality without much residual instability. But other moments create aftershocks. Your legs might steady temporarily, but shake again hours or days later when you fully realize what happened, when the implications catch up to the event, when delayed processing triggers delayed response. You might find yourself suddenly unsteady in random moments, triggered by reminders, by associations, by anything that connects back to whatever made you shake initially. That's normal. That's trauma or transformation or both doing their work. Your system needs time to integrate, to build new foundation under changed circumstances, to learn how to stand steady in landscape that's been altered. Some people try to rush this integration, try to force themselves steady before their nervous system is actually ready. They demand composure from a body that's still processing, still shaking intermittently, still learning the new terrain. But you can't skip the shaking phase, can't bypass the instability period. Your body needs to discharge what's moving through it. And that discharge looks like trembling until it doesn't anymore. Let me be direct about what you might encounter that creates this response. Someone looking at you in a way that strips pretense, seeing you so completely that your defenses just dissolve. And your body responds to being truly seen by losing its ability to maintain the walls that help you stay standing. Or words spoken with such rawness that they bypass your intellectual processing and land directly in your chest, in your gut, in places that respond before your mind catches up. Or loss revealed, ending announced. The moment when what you've been clinging to is removed from your grip and your legs shake because suddenly you're holding nothing and you forgot how to stand without the weight you were carrying. Or joy, unexpected, love declared. Something so overwhelmingly good arriving that your body doesn't know how to hold it and shakes from the sheer intensity of receiving what you'd stopped believing could come. Shaking happens in devastation and in ecstasy, in grief and in relief. Anytime the emotional load exceeds your body's capacity to stay steady, you remain in complete control of nothing in these moments. You can't control the shaking, can't prevent it, can't force your legs steady through willpower alone. What you can control is whether you honor the response or shame it. You may notice reading this has surfaced awareness of moments when you've shaken, or recognition of approaching situations that might make you shake. Maybe fear of that loss of control. Maybe acceptance that some impacts are bigger than composure can handle. Whatever it is, honor it. Take what resonates. Softly release the rest. Trust yourself. Before we close, I want to ask you something. When was the last time something impacted you so deeply your body responded involuntarily? Drop it in the comments if you remember. And this. Would you rather stay standing while shaking or sit before you fall? Your legs are going to shake and you need to stay strong. But strength doesn't mean not shaking. It means staying present while your body tells the truth your words can't speak. Means remaining even as you tremble. Means surviving the moment that's bigger than your ability to contain it. The shaking is coming. Or maybe it's already here, and your only job is to breathe through it, to widen your stance, to hold on to whatever keeps you upright. Not forever, just through this moment. Trust yourself with this. Trust that your body knows what it's doing even when it feels like betrayal. Trust that shaking is discharge, not breakdown. Trust that you can be vulnerable and strong simultaneously. See you in the next one. And listen. The moments that make you shake are the moments that prove you're still alive enough to be moved. Shake if you need to, but stay standing. You're stronger than your trembling suggests. Take care.